This group was mobilized after seeing federal agents on the streets of Portland. It's comprised mostly of white suburban women, most of whom have never protested before.
So fires have started, the feds have come out, they're shooting more and more tear gas. It's really starting to escalate right now. But so we can see the wall of moms is still out here, they haven't moved. They're staying put. They knew this was coming, they knew the tear gas was coming, and they're not going anywhere.
In the space of just a few days, Portland's Wall of Moms, organized by Bev Barnum, have experienced things that most American civilians will never see.
I didn't know what organize something meant. I didn't understand that I would have to activate a community and I would have to get gas masks and helmets.
What made you decide that you wanted to go over to the Justice Center and put yourself out there?
I realized, okay, so we have federal officers here apprehending people, shooting people in the head, tear gassing them, like things that you read about happening in war-torn countries are happening here. Journalists being stripped of their rights. My primal mom rage came on and I went on a Portland Working Moms group. And I asked them if they would come out with me, even though I didn't know what that would mean or what that would look like. And within an hour, 70 moms said yes. I've been waiting for someone to organize something.
By now, millions of people, including Donald Trump, have seen these women get tear gassed repeatedly. The president tweeted that the wall of innocent mothers is a scam. But in Portland, it's bringing out more white women who are seeing themselves reflected in that wall.
Having an opportunity to really feel what's going on here means a lot to me.
Was there a specific moment that made you think, you know what, I want to physically be here?
Well, seeing the Wall of Moms was so amazing. And, you know, you can't mess with moms. Well, I've been so inspired by watching, but I felt like I was too old to come here safely. And so I've been sending money to for the resources. But the minute we walked in, we saw a wall of grandmas.
This is kind of funny. Donald Trump wanted a wall, right? We got one. And they like Ann Taylor Loft and Dance Ghost.
Honestly, it feels like there is this side war being waged over suburban moms.
You're onto something. You're onto something. That's what this is.
The Wall of Moms is growing in Portland. And Wall of Moms groups are being launched in cities like Chicago and Oakland. Other Wall of type protest groups are getting into the mix too, from dads with leaf blowers to medical workers, and even a wall of veterans. This is where it gets complicated. The protests in Portland started 2 months ago, largely in response to the police killing of George Floyd, a black man. But it's images of white women who've brought this story back to the front page.
Why do you think the cameras are on the Wall of Moms?
Because most of my moms are white. And for whatever reason, we pity white people more. We value them more. That's why. That's why.
The Wall of Moms is a little over a week old, but there's already been a change in leadership. On Friday, Barnum announced that black women are now in charge. One of the new leaders is activist and grandmother Demetria Hester. In 2017, she was attacked on a train by a white man shouting racist slurs at her. She reported it to police, but she says they didn't take her seriously. The next day, the same man got on the train again, and in another racist attack, fatally stabbed 2 people. Now, people are listening to what Hester has to say.
What was that conversation like when Bev reached out to you and said, hey, I started this, but I need another leader who's a black woman to step in?
It was awesome. You don't get white women or other women to do that. They're like white men. They feel like we don't know what we're talking about, that we're angry, we're too assertive, and it's not that. It's that we're strong.
I'm speaking with a lot of white people who are saying, we don't want to get things wrong. We don't really know what to do. We need to listen to black people. We need to listen to black women. What does that mean?
It's about trust. And I let them know they can trust me. And what it is for Black people is that we have to make sure that we can trust them. If you can't take any directions from a Black lady, then there's no reason for you to be here, because that's what this is about. And it's like we're not in competition. We're on the same level. Just listen. That's it. And they do. And that's what's the beautiful thing about it, because usually you get a lot of, but and it's, bring it back. It's not about I. Black Lives Matter. We want to know that you're not going to buckle. We want to know that you're here for the fight. So that's the strength and the talks that we give, because we want to know you're there. You know, we want to be able to trust you. I think this is the third time we've been gassed, and we're not committing any crime, but they've made several announcements saying that we're on their property and to get off their property, but we're not even on their property. We're still peaceful protesting out here. We're still going to stay out here until we decide that we're going to go home and do this thing again tomorrow. We're still out here, moms forever.
I'm overly optimistic by nature. My hope was that the first time that we came out would have had to have been our last time. Getting shot, being tear gassed is horrible. It's traumatizing. I think I'm sleeping 2 hours at a time, and then my stomach wakes me up because it's empty, but I can't eat. I wish it wasn't reality. I wish Saturday night would have been enough for the world to see us get our asses kicked. I don't understand. We're not violent. I'm still trying to figure out how it's legal to shoot someone when they're not throwing anything at you, when they have their hands up and they're saying, leave our kids alone. I don't understand. I wish it wasn't real.
What we see on TV is there's this whole line of almost all white women, and the general public loses their minds because it's how dare they do this?
Yes, because that's the thing. It's like, how dare you? But you need to have that same response with the Black moms. How dare you? How dare you? So that's why we're mixing it together. Like, you're supposed to have the same response for both of us. How dare you? And that's the point we're getting across right now, is how dare you to all of us. Not just the white moms, but how dare you? But we got their attention, right? They were like, how dare you? Yeah, now that we got your attention, Black Lives Matter. So that's what it was about.
At a certain point in each evening, most of the wall of moms head home. Things heat up even more. The population shifts and the confrontations get more intense. But Demetria says she can't control that.
When does that call get made that, hey, it's time to come home? When do you make that call?
When basically everybody is depleted and when everybody's safe and everybody's on the way home.
So you're the protectors.
Yes.
You're making
most
sure they're
definitely.
safe.
That's what moms do. We protect, we guard. That lioness come out. That's what we do.